Welcome back, Renegades. Today we got some gameplay with Black Smoker and the OP09 Meta. We'll be facing off against Bonney, Purple Luffy, Pudding, and Lucci. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. If you like the content, your friends may as well. Also, we'll have the deck profile and matches timestamped in the description. Let's get into it. Up first, we have Smoker versus Purple Luffy. We chose to go second here. We take a mulligan. Opponent gets a Dawn, passing it back to us. So we're going to play out Bernu here. We're going to grab a Kuzan, just passing it back to the opponent. Opponent's going to put 3 Dawn on leader, going 8 into life. We're going to take this first hit, back to us. We're at 4 Dawn now. We're just going to go 5 into life with our leader. Opponent's going to take their first hit, and we're going to play out a Kuzan, drawing a card. Back to the opponent. Opponent's going to go 5 into life here. We're going to give him a counter. Opponent's going to play out their Eustace Kid blocker, passing it back to us. We're going to play out a Tashigi here, using her on play to give the Kid -4, using our leader effect to give it -1, making it 0, giving it 1,000 power boost, and then Tashigi's going to finish it off. We're going to go 5 with Kuzan here. Opponent's going to counter out of this hit. Now we have a 7k swing with leader. Opponent's going to take this hit, and we're just going to pass it back. Opponent's going to go 5 into that Kuzan. We're going to counter out here. I was going to play out Luffy Taro using the on-play effect. Dawn -1 to play out a Sangoro, passing it back to us. We're going to put 1 on leader, but first we're going to attack with Kuzan, giving the Luffy Taro -4, going 5 into life. Opponent's going to counter out of this hit. We're going to go with Tashigi, 6 into life. Opponent's going to counter out of this hit as well. We're going to use our leader effect here to give Luffy Taro -1. And then just attack 6 with leader. We're going to play out the Jack here using its activate main, drawing 1 and trashing 1, just to finish off that Luffy Taro, passing it back to the opponent. Opponent's going to go with Sangoro here, 6 into life, drawing a card. Or 6 into Kuzan. We're going to counter out. Luffy's going to go after Kuzan, countering again, trying to keep that Kuzan on board. They're going to play a Zorojuro, getting a Luffy Taro, playing out a second Zorojuro, getting an Usahachi. Back to us. 10 Dawn now. We're going to put 2 on Kuzan. Let's make it 3. 3 on Kuzan, put 1 on leader. We're going to go 8 into life with our Kuzan, giving the Sangoro -4. Opponent's going to counter out of this hit. We're going to use our leader effect to give -1 to Sangoro, and adding an extra Dawn, going 8 into life this time. Opponent takes this hit. We're going to put 2 on Tashigi, making an 8k swing into life. Opponent's going to take this last hit here. We're going to put 3 on Jack, and we're going to pressure 11 into life, hopefully closing out this game. Up next, we got Smoker versus Bonney. Opponent chooses to go first, taking a mulligan. They just get a Dawn and play out a Bonney Searcher, passing it to us. 2 Dawn here. We're going to play out a Sengoku, trashing 2 cards to draw 3. And we're just going to pass it back to the opponent. Opponent's going to use their search here to get another Jewelry Bonney Searcher. And then go 5 into life with their leader. We're going to take first hit. Opponent's going to play out another Bonney Searcher, just passing it back. We're at 4 Dawn. We're going to put 2 on our leader. We're going to go 7. We could have made an 8k swing. Bonnie's going to rest our Sengoku and take that hit. We're going to play out a Bernu, grabbing a Suru, passing it back to the opponent. Opponent's going to try to pressure the Sengoku here with their Bonney. We're just going to give that to him. They're going to play out a Cavendish, getting 2 Dawn back to active, using their search to get another Bonney. And then they're going to pressure 5 into life. We're going to counter. Opponent passes back, leaving 1 Dawn open for their leader effect. 6 Dawn now. We're going to play out a Tashigi here, using its on play to give Cavendish -4, using our leader effect -1, and Tashigi finishing off the Cavendish. We're going to go 7 into life with our leader. Opponent's going to rest our Bernu. And they're going to take this hit, passing it back to the opponent. Opponent's going to go 5 into the Bernu here. We're just going to give it to him. They do use a Bonney search to get another Cavendish. Deploying out the Cavendish. They're going to use their Bonney search to get the OP07 Bonney, and then deploying out another Bonney. Back to us. 8 Dawn. We're going to play out a Tashigi again. We're going to rinse and repeat like we did last time. We're going to get rid of that Cavendish again. Putting a leader, or Dawn on leader, using the effect. Tashigi finishing it off. We're going to go 7 into life here. Opponent's going to counter out of this hit. Resting our Tashigi. We're going to play out a Bernu. Passing it back to the opponent. Opponent's going to go 5 with leader into life here. We're going to give him a counter. They're going to play out that Bonney there, freezing down our Tashigi. They're going to use one of their searchers to get a Yorugi. They're going to use another search to get a Bernu, or Bartolomeo, and another Bartolomeo off another search. Just passing it back, making sure they keep one Dawn open for leader effect. We're going to play out a Rebecca here, getting one of the Tashigis back from the discard. Going to play out our Tashigi here. We're going to give -4 to the Bonney, giving it -1 with leader, using Tashigi to get rid of the Bonney. 7k swing into life here. Opponent's going to take that hit. They got quite a bit of cards in hand. We're going to pressure one of the Bonnies because they did rest down our Tashigi. They're going to counter out of this one, so we're just going to pass it back. Leader's going 5 into Bernu. We're going to give them the blocker here. They're going to play down another Bonney, freezing a Tashigi, and then playing a killer blocker, putting 1 Dawn on it. They're going to use one of their search to get a Scratch Mana Poo, and passing it back to us. They still have 1 Dawn open for leader effect. We're going to play down T-Bone, getting rid of their blocker, putting 2 on Tashigi, going 8 into life. They're going to rest our other Tashigi. They're going to counter out of this hit. We got Bernu. We're going to pressure that rested Bonney searcher. They let it go this time. We're going to put 3 on leader, using his leader effect, giving one of the Bonnies -1 and swinging 9 into life here. They take that hit, and we just pass it back. Opponent's going to go 5 into the Bernu. We're just going to, yeah, we'll save it again. It gives us an easy way to pressure the Bonney searcher without using a big swing. They're going to put 2 Dawn, or 2 Dawn on their Bonney and pressure into the Shigi. We're going to give that to them, using a Bonney searcher to get another killer blocker, and using the other search to get a Bartolomeo. They're going to play out their Bartolomeo blocker and their killer blocker, passing it back to us. We're going to put 1 on leader, using its effect to give the killer -1. Then we're going to play out Gecko, but they scoop it up. Here we have Smoker versus Pudding. We went first, passing it back to the opponent. 2 Dawn for the opponent. They're going to use a search event, getting a Charlotte Amande, passing it to us. 3 Dawn, we're just going to put it on leader. We're going to pressure 8. Opponent takes this hit. It's Ragnarok, wrapping up a Dawn. Just pass it back. They're going to play out Cracker, putting 1 Dawn on it, and then pressuring 5 into life here. Using their leader effect, we're just going to take this hit. So they got a Satori and Cracker on top of life. Back to us, 5 Dawn. Going to play out a Tashigi just to get rid of the Cracker. We're not going to get a benefit with leader, but we need that off the field. We're going to go 5 into life. They're going to hit. They took the hit, getting Satori. They're going to use a trigger effect to deploy it. We just pass it back to the opponent here. They're going to play out Nami, using its on play effect to get rid of our Tashigi. 3 Dawn to work with for the leader, or for the opponent here. They're going to play out that Charlotte Amande and go 5 into life. We're going to give them a counter. They're going to go 5 into life here. Take this hit, and now back to us. So 7 Dawn to work with. They're going to put 1 on leader. We're going to play out Tashigi, giving the Nami -4, using leader effect, giving it -1. We're going to make sure we get rid of that Nami before we forget. We're going to put 1 more on leader, and we're going to pressure that Satori 8 into 5. They give that to us. We just pass it back to them. Opponents at 10 Dawn already. They're going to put 3 on their Charlotte Amande. Yeah, we're going to counter this one. They're going to put 3 on Pudding, going 8 into 5. We're going to take this. We do get Ice Age. We're going to use that trigger to get rid of that Charlotte Amande off the field. They're going to play the 4-drop Sanji blocker, passing it back to us. We're going to play out a Jack here. So we use Ice Age. We really didn't need to. We could have just used the leader effect to give it the -1, and then Jack would still be able to take care of it. We did this so we could get the 1k power boost. But we're going to attack with Tashigi, going 6 into life. They're going to take this. They do get a cracker from life, so they're going to deploy that out. And then we're going to go 7 with leader. They only got 2 cards in hand. They're going to take this hit. There's a search event for them, using that trigger to get a Kaido. It's pretty good. Passing back, they're going to put 1 on cracker. That's going to make it a 7k double attack. We're going to counter this, because we know they got a Kaido with rush. So we're out of counter now, but they shouldn't be able to take us out. So Kaido comes down using its on play effect, and it's going to get rid of our Tashigi. I think so. Yeah, because the other one's way too big. And now they're going to pressure 10 into the Jack. We have to give that to them. And they got a 5k swing, but they just pass. Back to us. Let's see, we got Gecko, we got Rebecca. We realize at this point that they only have 3 cards. We're going to put 6 on leader, pressuring. Make sure we leave 4 in case we have to deploy that Rebecca blocker. Here we have Smoker versus Lucci. We choose to go first. Just getting a Dawn, passing it to the opponent. Opponent's at 2 Dawn. They're going to play out an Uda and passing it back. 3 Dawn here. We're going to deploy out a Bernu. We're going to get a 2k, putting 1 on leader. I can check seat. Yeah, we're going to give it -1, and then we're just going to go 6. Opponent's going to counter out of this. We just pass it back. 4 Dawn for the opponent. Going to put it on their leader. Going 9, using leader effect. We're going to take the first hit. Back to us. We're going to deploy out the T-Bone here to get rid of that Uda. And just pressure 5 back into life. They counter. Back to them. They're going to put 6 on their leader. Going 11 into life. Giving the T-Bone -1. Take this. Back to us. 7 Dawn here. We're going to play out a Kuzan, drawing a card. We're going to put 2 on Bernu, pressuring 5 into life. They counter. We're going to put 1 on leader. Go 6 into life. They take this hit. And we're going to go 5 with T-Bone. We're going to counter out of this. Passing it back to the opponent here. 8 Dawn for the opponent. They're going to use a Tempest Kick to give Kuzan -3. 3 on their leader. Going 8 into the T-Bone. Using leader effect, giving Bernu -1. We're going to counter out, saving the T-Bone. Opponent's going to deploy down a Rob Lucci, using its on play. They're going to get rid of our Kuzan and our Bernu. Passing it back to us. We're going to use our Ice Age, giving -4 to Rob Lucci, using Gecko into Rebecca with Bernu. We're going to use Bernu effect first. We're going to get a Tashigi. Then we have Rebecca's effect here. We're going to get a Kuzan. Then we're going to play out the Brook, getting rid of the Rob Lucci. 5k swing with T-Bone into life. Opponent's going to take this hit. And we got another 5k with leader. Opponent's going to counter this one. Back to them. They Ice Age the Gecko. -5. They're going to go 7 with their leader, giving another -1 to the Gecko. We take this hit. They're going to play out a Jack, using its activate main. They're going to get rid of our Gecko here. Back to us. Now at 10 Dawn ourselves. We're going to Ice Age that Jack. 1 on leader. We're going to play out down a Tashigi, -4. Let's see. We're going to put 2 on our Brook, pressuring 6 into life, giving the Jack another -1. Opponent's going to counter out. We're going to use our leader effect, giving Jack -0. Or so he's a 0 cost, and Tashigi can finish him off. Putting 1 on our T-Bone, going 6 into life. Opponent takes this. We're going to go 7 with leader. Opponent takes this as well. Passing it back to the opponent. They're going to use their Tempest Kick on the Tashigi, -3 and drawing a card. They're going to put 1 on their leader, going 6 into life, using leader effect to give our Brook -1. We're just going to counter out here. Sounds like another, looks like another, nope, we're going to play out Gecko first, and then Rebecca into Suru, giving -2 to Tashigi. Rebecca is going to bring back a Kaku. They're going to play out a Spandine, which then they're going to use the on play to get the Lucci back, and they're going to clear that Tashigi and Brook from the field. It's a lot of resources, but that's what it does. Back to us. We're going to play out the Tashigi here, giving -4 to their blocker, using leader effect. to give it another minus. And then we're just going to pop that blocker out of the way. Let's see, we're going to put 3 on T-Bone, pressuring 8 into life. The counter out of this one, so we're going to put 1 more. No, we're just going to attack 7 into that Rob Lucci here, leaving 1 Dawn open. We're going to use the Bernu here, going 3 into the Spandine. And we're going to deploy out a Sengoku, trashing the 2 Kuzans without any counter, just trying to get something. Opponent's going to put 4 on their leader, Rob Lucci, going 10 into 5 here. We are going to take this. They have a Gecko. They're going to go 5 into the T-Bone here. We're going to counter out, keep that T-Bone alive. And then they're going to go 5 into the T-Bone. Debating if we want to use our blocker. We're going to use the blocker here, just trying to keep our board. We're going to go 6 with Suru. We got to take this. Opponent's got 1 life, one card in hand. We're at 10 Dawn. We're going to put 1 on Tashigi, pressuring 7 into life. They have to take this. And Smoker. Thanks for watching. Hope you all are enjoying the videos. Friendly reminder, if you have not subscribed yet, please do so. It will help the channel tremendously. And as always, we'll see you guys in the next one.